The Sacramento County Sheriff is pushing for change after a man convicted of raping a 5-year-old girl is up for a hearing that would determine if he's eligible for parole. A warning, this story contains details that may be disturbing. ABC 10's Nazi Javid has the latest tonight. Nazi.
Yeah, Laura, thank you. First, we'd like to issue a correction to this story that first aired at 5. Now, the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation confirms that Jorge Tinoco has not been granted parole. His parole hearing eligibility was not the result of the elderly parole program, and we regret the error there. That case, though, dates back nearly 3 decades and is now one of many cases at the center of a debate over California law relating to convicted sex offenders. The sheriff says Tinoco, who is convicted of raping a 5-year-old girl, is now being considered for release and wants voters to step in.
April 4th, 1997, a call from a home in Rancho Cordova.
She was physically in so much pain it was difficult for her to even walk.
Investigators say the victim was just 5 years old when she was raped.
When we transported the victim to the hospital,
she had to be carried into the emergency room. The man convicted, Jorge Tinoco, has been in prison since 1997.
You go from thinking you're never going to have to hear about this again, and then now we're not.
According to the CDCR, Tinoco was up for his first parole suitability hearing in 2018 and was given a 5-year denial. In 2023, he agreed to a 3-year stipulation of unsuitability. Now he's up for another suitability hearing, this one in September.
Just very frustrating. In our latest case, where folks that molested kids back in the 90s are eligible for early release.
That possibility is now driving a push to change the law.
Prop 57, we were promised that it would not include sexual offenders, sex offenders. So now they're being released. The parole board comes into place because they make that decision, and that's the big issue.
Cooper is backing a ballot measure to reform Proposition 57.
If you're a sexually violent predator or a child molester, you're ineligible.
Prison reform advocates say Prop 57 was meant to focus on rehabilitation and warn against changing it. Lily Paratori, director of legal services at Uncommon Law in Oakland, saying, quote, "The harm done in this case was devastating, and nothing about the parole process changes that. Our penal code says the purpose of incarceration is rehabilitation and successful reintegration into the community."
There are people out there that are more concerned about the offender and what they get.
Yeah, and the case is now at the center, one of many, of the debate over parole reform, and Sheriff Cooper is driving a push to change Prop 57, which would have to go to voters. And meanwhile, Tinoco's next parole suitability hearing has been pushed back to September 11th. Laura.
All right, keep us posted as you learn more. Nazi, thank you for the update.